My name is Eric Caston with Fuji Chemical Industries Astoril. Astoril is the world leader in the production and research and development of natural algae astaxanthin. Here at Astoril, we have more than 35 years of experience in research into this amazing molecule. I'd like to talk to you today about cognitive and brain health. This is one of the most rapidly growing areas in the supplement industry. We see that consumers are looking to improve their brain function and preserve their brain health, to see improvements in memory, to reduce stress and anxiety, to improve their attention and focus, and to reduce mental fatigue associated with daily life. Unfortunately, as the brain ages, it becomes more susceptible to inflammation and oxidation, which can cause damage to brain cells. Natural algae astaxanthin is an extremely potent antioxidant with anti-inflammatory properties that can help to support brain health. When we think about cognitive and brain supplements, we often think about older people that are worried about memory loss and forgetfulness. But we see that younger consumers are also looking for ways to improve cognitive function. Young people work in offices that require lots of use of technology. In their spare time, they're gamers, they're studying for tests, they're playing sports. All of these activities require a sharp mind and a healthy brain. So we're seeing that these younger consumers are driving an increase in brain supplements. If we look at sales of supplements in the United States, we're seeing a huge increase in the sales of cognitive supplements. Based on research from IRI Chicago, we see that the overall sales of cognitive health ingredients grew by 59% in 2021, increasing to 366 million compared to 230 million from the year before. So what are consumers seeking in their brain support supplements? First, consumers are looking for ingredients that have tangible benefits that are based on science. Second, they want trusted quality, and they want to know that what's on the label is what's actually in the product. Finally, consumers are looking for clean label, sustainable ingredients that are preferably plant-based. Here at Astoril, we check all of those boxes that I will tell you about later. Now I'd like to tell you about a clinical study that was recently conducted by our company, showing that natural algae astaxanthin can reduce mental fatigue and preserve cognitive performance. This was a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study that lasted for 8 weeks. And this had a very interesting study design. First, the subjects were asked to do a mental task. This was a continuous calculation task that lasted for 15 minutes, and they had to do it twice. Then after a short break, they were asked to get on an exercise bike and ride that bike for 30 minutes to induce physical fatigue. And what we did was we tested their feelings of fatigue between and after these mental and physical tasks. This is what we found. Of course, at the beginning, there was no difference between the placebo group and the astaxanthin group. But after the mental test, we saw that the placebo group started to feel a bit worse, but the astaxanthin group was feeling better. And then after the physical test, we saw the same. The placebo group was feeling worse, the astaxanthin group was feeling less mental fatigue and less physical fatigue. So we saw that astaxanthin was able to reduce mental and physical fatigue caused by these tests. We didn't just ask the subjects about their feelings of mental and physical fatigue, we also asked them about their feelings of irritation, their clarity of thinking, their concentration, their feeling or mood, their motivation, and a feeling of body heaviness. And we saw the same pattern in each of these areas. After the mental test and after the physical test, the astaxanthin group felt better than the placebo group. To me, this is the most interesting result that we saw in the test. I told you that these subjects were asked to take a difficult mathematical adding test that lasted for 15 minutes, and then they were asked to do that test again. So you can imagine that most people did worse the second time that they took the test because of mental fatigue. And that's exactly what we saw. The placebo group had an increase in errors in the second half of the test. The astaxanthin group, on the other hand, did not show a significant increase in errors in the second half of the test. So this could be applicable to healthcare workers that are under a lot of stress, people that work in offices, athletes, students that have to study. What this shows is that Astoril astaxanthin can preserve mental sharpness in a wide range of high performers at the most critical times. So how should you choose a natural algae astaxanthin supplement? This is very important because unfortunately not all astaxanthin is the same. It is true that there's astaxanthin on the market that comes from synthetic or GMO sources, but astaxanthin should only come from the Haematococcus pluvialis microalgae, and that's the only source of Astaril astaxanthin. But not all algae astaxanthin is the same. Astaril grows our algae in a unique indoor production system. By growing indoors, we ensure that we have consistent quality across all of our batches. Also, by growing indoors, we ensure that we have a purer product. When algae is grown outdoors, it's possible for pollution from the air and from the water to get into the product. Using our ultra clean indoor production system, we're able to eliminate these impurities. We'd also like to point out that Astaril astaxanthin has been on the market for more than 30 years. It was first sold in Sweden in 1994, and during that time we've had no reports of quality issues. We'd also like to point out that Astaril astaxanthin is the most studied brand of astaxanthin. We have more than 70 human clinical studies that have been conducted on our astaxanthin. So when you're choosing a cognitive or brain health supplement that contains natural astaxanthin, look for the Astaril logo to ensure that you're getting the highest quality and most studied source of astaxanthin. Thank you for watching.